Nene, Foxy Mama 365. We're back again with another episode of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Season 9 and kind of, but more season 10 really. So living on the edge. So we're still in Toronto and we're due back at the Carnival. Oh, by the way, today's episode is sponsored by Jules Creation, who does my hair. Yes, my micro braids are slowly turning into sister locks. I'm going to be carrying my hair like this. I've had natural hair for a little while, for about 5 years now, and it's been so difficult having and doing the hair and all of that. Like I said, you know what, I'm gonna go totally natural, do sister locks. So check out Jules Creation. They're on 2010 30th Avenue, Northeast Calgary. All right, Jules Creation, that is. All right, well, I'm going to start off with Snake Gate because there's been so much question of who the snake is, and I'm putting my big dollars on Yovana, and I'm going to tell you guys why. I'm going to go back to episode 5 of season 12, pretty much this season, and that's called during the episode of the regift that keeps on giving. There's a segment, I've said it before, where Nene is sitting at her house with Marlo, and Yovana comes through and they start talking, and Marlo is trying to get Nene to, you know, have a conversation, some kind of closure with Cynthia. And and Nene's like, yeah, she does. She wants it to be nice, but she's really like not really sure, you know, because Cynthia's done a lot of interviews and all of that. And it's just been a lot of mess between both of them. And Yovana comes in and says, and chimes in and says, oh, well, that's why she's kind of in the middle as to whether or not to tell Nene that she had a meeting, or she met up with Cynthia at her wine place, and Cynthia was kind of dogging Nene out. And at this point, Marlo says, hello, are you sure about this? Do you have receipts? And Yovana is pretty much saying, yes, I got receipts. And she's not like saying the stuff that Cynthia was saying about Nene not being a good friend and all of that. You know, and Nene is going, you know. So in mind, I'm thinking, Yovana has pretty much told us she had receipts. So I don't think it's Tanya. I can knock Tanya out. Why? Because for the last couple of weeks before the trip to Toronto, Tanya and Nene were not even speaking. They were not on speaking terms. After the reunion, Nene literally blocked everyone. She blocked Eva, she blocked Porsha, she had the scuffle with Porsha, so it wasn't Porsha. So, and obviously it wasn't Tanya either, because Tanya too wasn't on speaking terms with Nene. So it's definitely, and I'm putting my big dollars definitely on Yovana, okay? Anyway, back to Toronto Carnival. Yoo-hoo! So yeah, last week you saw Kenya trying to make excuses for her foolish behavior. She says, oh yeah, she was right and die. She was right and die for Cynthia. But she couldn't give Cynthia the 5 minutes of her shine. And she was going on and on, and none of the ladies could really call her out. She was like, oh, she's Cynthia's best friend, and maybe she made a mistake. But in all of that, I didn't hear an apology. Did you? No. It just doesn't work for me. I don't think Kenya is a good friend. She could have allowed Cynthia to have her moment. You know, Mike was upset about it. But anyway, as the ladies are speaking, in walks in Nene. Hey sis! Hey sis! Clearly, Cynthia ain't here for it. Clearly, Porsha ain't here for it. Eva ain't here for it. And of course, you know, Kenya ain't having none of that. So any which way, they keep on with the conversation, and they say how beautiful, you know, it was such a beautiful proposal and all of that. And then any which way, they're moving right along. And I know I've heard Nene say that she's being pushed off the Real Housewives, you know, by the ladies or something of that sort, allegedly. And I'm thinking, no, Nene, you are the one pushing yourself off, because you're the one that's been in a bad place with a lot of ladies that you just really didn't need to. You didn't need to be mild when you spoke to Eva. You didn't need to fight with Cynthia at her party because she invited Kenya. It was so unnecessary. You didn't need to go out after Porsha when she was pregnant. It was just so unnecessary. So Nene, if anything, you're the one pushing yourself out. And I could see this, so you need to be on the end with the other ladies. With good, I mean, if you say Kandzzz is your only good friend right now, and who else? Marlo, that's pretty much the only people you can film with. And Yovana, nah. So she's got to work on that. Anyways, Carnival, Carnival, Carnival. So they're doing the Kings and Queens shows in Toronto, and it's absolutely beautiful. So the ladies are watching this, and it's kind of really nice. And then they head on back to Nene's room, and Snake Gate continues. Kandzzz is, you know, asking Yovana once again about, you know, the Snake Gate, if she was the one that did the recording, you know. And of course, she now also says, speaking of which, you know, how the hell did Nene's letter, you know, get on Love Bill Scott's page, the exact letter? And Nene is like, you know what, I'm not one to talk to bloggers. I don't do it. You know, it's not my thing. They don't talk to Nene, they don't talk to Nene, and they don't talk to Nelitia Leaks. Okay. Anyways, so she says, you know what, when someone is pointing the finger at you, you need to look at the other direction at who's pointing the finger, pretty much. And I totally agree, because it was Kenya that said that, oh, it must be Nene that did it, that leaked her letter. And Nene says she heard that the letter disappeared sometime during the proposal, which was weird. And I go back to Vivica Fox's phone disappearing when she was on The Apprentice with Kenya, and I was like, click, click, click. Is it a possibility that Kenya was at work again? Anyway, Nene is saying Kenya is probably the dirtiest person, and Kenya has been known to fight dirty. So I suspect Kenya, you know, leaking that letter. Whatever the reason was for, who knows? So the very next day, they're going to be trying the costumes, and according to Tanya, it's haute couture. Get away from me with that shit, Tanya. Anyway, they all look really nice. Kandi looks really good. Marlo is in her outfit as well. She looks nice. Cynthia's going away to go try out her own outfit. And of course, at this point, Nene in her shades decides to apologize to Eva. And she said, Eva, can I speak with you real quick? And I'm like, that won't be me. No, if you want to apologize to me, you need to catch your ass to me. Not especially when I'm a pregnant. Anyway, Eva is able to catch her ass over to Nene, okay? I thought that was weird. And pretty much they go back and forth over the mic situation, and that's pretty much why Eva was upset. And when she got to the reunion, she tried to tell Nene why, you know, she was upset, and Nene pretty much shut her down and was like, okay, all right, that's what you're upset about, you know. And I thought that was just not cool. And of course, after that, Nene blocked her, or whatever it was she did. Anyway, moving right along, CN building drop. I'm good. Okay, like Nene said, I'm black. I ain't jump. We don't hang off buildings, okay? To jump or not to jump. But the real question is, how loyal is Marlo's wig glue going to be to her head? That's really the real question. Anyway, we're talking to, if you're the ladies, we see Kenya catching up with Kandi, and Kandi is saying, hey, at this point, Nene has made up with Eva. She apologized to Eva, and Kenya's like, ooh, okay, who's next? Porsha? Then after that, Cynthia, because I know she's definitely not coming to me. Okay, so we'll see. So if initially it was Kandi, then Tanya, then Eva, so she still got to do Porsha, apologize to Porsha and Cynthia. So you see how Nene pretty much, you know, moved herself out of the circle with that her nasty attitude at the reunion. Anyways, Yovana having a conversation with Porsha and saying that, oh, that wouldn't be her with all that Eva said. Because Porsha pretty much last episode confronted Eva on saying some shady stuff about her family, and speaking about her being on the blogs, going to check out the blogs and focusing on the blogs. And Eva was able to apologize, because Eva usually never owns anything. Eva says a lot of shady stuff, but she's never willing to own up. Anyways, to jump or not to jump? Guys, will you be jumping? That building is almost 1,200 feet, you know, tall, high. I don't know if I would. But anyways, ladies get up, you know, the fear, their anxiety, that's probably what will kill me. The fear of, you know, doing it. Anyways, Nene's not going because, you know, somebody might push her off before. And of course, Eva is not going because she's pregnant, okay? And moving on, we see Marlo. We'll see if Marlo's wig is going to hold up and if her wig glue is loyal. And we have Eva. No, not Eva. We have Tanya, Cynthia, Porsha, Kenya, Kandi, and Marlo all actually, you know, making the effort, and Yovana as well, you know, and they're all like geared up and they're suited in, and I'm like, okay, good job. I see Kandi is very brave. She obviously is a daredevil. Kenya too has been known to be a daredevil, you know, but like I said, that is really, I have a phobia for heights, so that wouldn't be me. While they're doing this, we see Nene and Eva speaking, going back and forth, and Eva is trying to say, are you going to apologize to Porsha? She's like, yeah. And then they're talking about their situation, and Nene is trying to say, oh, Porsha shouldn't have put her on blast. And that's pretty much why Porsha is saying, I don't have the time for this bullshit, because Nene is going to want to go back and forth, and then it's going to escalate. So there's just no need, because it's just, you know, one thing that led to the other, and, you know, her calling her fat when she was pregnant. And Nene is still calling her fat. And I thought that was shady, because, you know, that's pretty much why Porsha is upset with you. So why are you still calling her fat? Anyways, Dennis is here with Mike. Mike is Tanya's boyfriend, and he's here with a huge ring. I don't know if he's changed it or if it's the same ring. Hopefully I think he said he was going to change it, but he's thinking of proposing again to Porsha, which is kind of good. He's been sending her flowers. That's kind of nice and neat, you know, and she's kind of enjoying being wooed by him. You know, he said he was going for a funeral, and now all of a sudden he showed up in Toronto. So, impressions on the bus, which was kind of cute. I thought everybody's impression was kind of neat, all except Yovana. I was like, who is she? I couldn't. Yovana, no, thank you. Okay. Tanya's party. So we're back. We're mixing up Tanya, her friends, her old friends from Toronto, and her new friends from Atlanta, and they're all getting together. It's really cute, and ladies are finding out that Toronto is really a fun place to be. I have been to Toronto, but I haven't done a lot of the, you know, stuff, sightseeing in Toronto, just a little here and there. Anyways, Snake Gate continues, and we see Holmes and Watson, plus I don't know who, Kandzzz, trying to figure out who the snake is. Kandzzz said, look, she thinks Yovana is ready to crack, you know, but she's asked her a couple of times and she's still denying it, but she thinks she's on the verge of cracking. And we see we see Kenya and Porsha trying to figure it out and saying, you know, they have to pull her aside, you know, and, you know, ask her these questions. We have to get to the bottom of Snake Gate, okay? And as they're doing this, we also see Cynthia and Nene making up. Marlo is saying, yeah, Cynthia was really happy about the card and the food stuff he sent during her, you know, and pretty much Nene and Cynthia are able to make up, and it's a nice moment. Good for them, okay? Because all this BS was just so unnecessary. Yovana is still not accepting that she is a snake. And she says, I know who did it. Who done it then? I'm not at liberty to tell, but I know. Is the person in our group? Yes. Is the person here now? I really can't tell. You know, it's not my place to speak, you know, until the person is ready. Any which way, it's like, and everybody, I'm over it. Kenya's over it. Porsha is over it. She's like, who the hell can it be? Anyways, we'll find out next week, because there's apparently going to be a huge blowout next week, and we'll see who it is. I still have my money, my bet on Tanya. No, did I say Tanya? No way. On Yovana. I really do believe that it was Yovana that said it, only because I look back at that episode and I saw her saying, I see Yovana saying that she had some receipts on Cynthia. So we'll see. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to subscribe, be sure to share and like. See ya!